Very much, Mick, and we're about to put a tiny little dose of water on the track because it hasn't been watered for quite some time now in this hot weather.
So we get underway with about 1 of the 8 laps. So starting drivers coming to 78 Brad Phillips from Albany is out there. Also out there, car number 4, Jeffrey Genève, 28 Craig Delfanti, 18 Peter Barr, 11 Greg Evans,
26 or 27.
58 Dean Crowe, 16 Alan Mortimer. This is taking me back a bit, so I don't get to see these drivers every day.
Just hang up. I'm trying to ring the fans.
You're doing well.
74 Wes Reed is out there, so a few additional starters. So the starting lineup will be 58 Dean Crowe, 16 Alan Mortimer, 18 Peter Barr, 78 Brad Phillips, 11 Greg Evans. Jeffrey Genève from car 4 will be from position 6, 74 Wes Reed from 7, Craig Delfanti 8.
Right, the facts in the pit is 27.
8 cars for heat number 1. Officially graded track for street stock. This will be interesting. Behind the Collie Toyota pace car. So we're just waiting for them to get the all clear to continue.
Jason, the official race results. That's here and it takes them to the pits. It takes them over to Barry in the pit office. He can post them on the pit office. 27. I'm just still trying to send it there.
So we're number 1 about to get underway. Field of 8 street stock. Unusually low number for here, but we'll go with it. It's over 8 laps. Coming up the Smart of the Smoky Juniors before the Smoke-Free WA Australian Production Sedan Championship. Pinball Wizard Dean Crowe for position number 1. Alan Mortimer, former state champion for 2. Peter Barnes for Hertz Auto Records for 3. I'm the only one that can say Pinball Wizard, get away with it.
While I'm talking to you.
4 is Brad Phillips from Albany. 5 is Discount Auto Parts, Greg Evans. 6, the Outdoor World car number 4, Jeff Genève, Wes Reed from 7. And 8. It's Craig Delfanti.
I think you might be unnecessarily unkind to Dean Crowe somehow, Jason.
No. Still a solid yellow light. I'll do one more circulation. No, we've got a flashing yellow, so we're going to go green. Just waiting for the pace car to get off the circuit, which it's doing now. Okay, the National Championship for the Australian Saloon Car Federation is about to get underway. This is one of the support events of 21 races tonight. Stand by, green lights are on the way. The first couple of laps out, Mortimer, the Fairhead Transport goes around the outside. Dean Crowe back in the second spot, Peter Barr the third. So a couple of Falcons out in front, followed by a Holt. Then we've got the second of the EFI cars, Brad Phillips up into fourth. Craig Delfanti back in fifth, then Greg Evans. They've lost one car, that's Jeffrey Genève. He is long gone. So one car going extremely well. Craig Delfanti's gone to the last and fourth. Dean Crowe has spun the car up on the turn. Number 2 gets it around. The Pinball Wizard is backing in the right direction. But he's in the last and fourth with Jeffrey Genève into the lane straight. Wes Reed with so some of the Collie cars are around the wrong way at the moment. They sort themselves out moving in the right direction. So 3 cars ahead, Evans, Crowe and Genève, and all sorts of other yellow ones in the long. And we have ourselves a restart.
They'll line up nose to tail. I think they've done about 3 of the scheduled 8 laps, Jason. So Alan Mortimer will lead them away in that familiar Burnett Transport car that Alan's been sponsored by for quite a few years now. And as you mentioned, a former state champion, very experienced campaigner in all sorts of conditions. Alan Mortimer. Peter Barr behind him, it's an experimental car at this stage. It's the electronic fuel injection, the 18 car. And then I think also Brad Phillips, following immediately behind, also has EFI. So they're experimental cars in terms of the electronic fuel injection they're running at the moment, and the decision will be made halfway through this year. as to whether EFI is fully introduced to the world of street stock racing, as Jeffrey Geneve just does a little pirouette in front of Greg Avens to show his many talents off. The drive for the number 4 Falcon. So we've got 2 Bunbury cars up front, Alan Mortimer, Peter Barr, and followed by Brad Phillips from Albany, Craig Delfante, who I imagine also from Collie, right, from Collie, and Wes Reid, who I haven't seen race before, in that signal all the way from Bunbury, and Dean Crowe, Jeff Geneve, and Greg Avens making up the numbers. Probably just a little bit of a moment chase with the sun that I'll get turned around apparently because of the difficulty with the sun. That's going to happen at this stage, as I understand it, through the race. I have seen races, Jason, where they go for 20 laps and they'll race 10 in one direction, and then they'll stop and be turned around and race another 10 laps in the other direction. But this is an interesting twist on a theme, and we're doing it for safety reasons, setting them in the conventional manner, and I will presume that the laps that are have been recorded in the book will stay there. Next time around, hopefully. Chief Steward Peter Griffiths just placing the cone on the track. The drivers have to go around the outside of that cone to successfully facilitate their restart. If they pass inside or touch the cone, they will find the black flag in their face. Jace, I think you've got about 5 laps to go.
Yes, another first here. Stand by for the restart. Now going in the other direction.
What do you think about New Tower,
Alan
mate?
Mortimer,
Beautiful.
Peter Barr, Brad Phillips,
Less than 2 weeks. Give it a couple of drills.
and last of all,
Started on
Greg
Monday
Avens,
week ago.
turn number 4. No, it's now turn number 1. Fancy that. So move down the back straight.
Should be
It's
quality race
Alan
in
Mortimer
front
in
of the
front.
side.
Track is very wet at this stage, but that was necessitated by the amount of race that will happen.
Quality race from that one.
So come out from the main straight once again at the halfway mark. The race leader is car number 16, Alan Mortimer. Back to 18, Peter Barr. Then we've got 78, Brad Phillips. And then further back to 28, Craig Delfante. Jeffrey Geneve's up now to 5th in car number 4. But it's Peter Barr that's starting to put the pressure on as they come out of 3 and 4 in the 18 car. Coming up behind Alan Mortimer in car number 16. 3 laps to go this time round. Back to 78, Brad Phillips. Then Craig Delfante. The lights are now turned on as the race leader is Alan Mortimer, not by very much though. Back to Peter Barr is 2nd. Phillips is 3rd. 4th is that of Craig Delfante as they come out of Palmer's corner. Well, Wes Reid has gone every which way but loose on the back straight. And the yellow lights are back on. Wes Reid has done a 360, a 780, and a double twist with Pike, I think, on the back straight. And eventually the yellows were brought on.
You forgot the 120, Chase.
And we have 3 circulations to go in event number 1, which is becoming a little bit of an epic. So the West Australian champion of 3 seasons ago, Alan Mortimer, to lead them on the restart from the EFI 18 of Peter Barr and Brad Phillips. Craig Delfante's in 4th. Car number 4, Jeffrey Geneve is 5th. The Pinball Wizard 58, Dean Crowe in 6th. The Discount Auto Parts 11 of Greg Avens is 7th. Stand by for the restart. But we're going to go green there for a moment, but they'll do another lap back to Greg Avens and Wes Reid. Good to see a very healthy crowd here for event number 1 of the Australian Saloon Car Federation Production Sedan National Championship.
Yeah, Jace, I've got a special race car card for you there. It's a collector's item. That one of a kind. It's the only one in existence.
1 of 1,000. It's like Wide World of Sports. I've already got one of those.
Have a guess who printed them?
Dean Crowe has got them from Bunbury Print, of course. Stand by for another restart in the street stock. Green lights are back on. And Peter Barr is up behind our race leader, Alan Mortimer, back then to 78, Brad Phillips, and then Craig Delfante. So move down the back straight. It's a little bit touchy, edgy at the moment. So move down the back section past the smoke-free WA sign. Only a small field of street stock here tonight, but it's going to be a close finish. 2 laps to go out of Palmer's Corner. Mortimer just from Peterborough. That time was at 24.418, which is pretty slow. Back to Phillips, who's out off the curb. He's in third. Craig Delphani in fourth. Car number 4, Jeffrey Geneva is fifth. Back to Dean Crow in sixth. Greg Avens. And 74 is next in Wes Reed, and he's last of all as Don Crombie goes for the white flag, which indicates 1 lap of Collie Speedway to go. They're all hugging the curb at the moment. Mortimer the leader, Peterborough in second, Phillips third, Delphani, then Jeffrey Geneva is fifth. Back to Dean Crow, Greg Avens, and Wes Reed is last of all as they come past who will score in 2004. Craig Delphani moves underneath of Brad Phillips and goes into third spot. Can Peterborough put a move on Alan Mortimer in the last 150 metres? No, he can't, because Mortimer's gone right to the curb line and takes out the opening heat. Mortimer first, Peterborough second, Craig Delphani third. Back to Brad Phillips, Jeffrey Geneva, Dean Crow, 11, Greg Avens, and 74, Wesley Reed is last of all the last 3 laps. Coming forward was a rather sedate 1 minute 20.297, which is very slow. 1 minute 20.297 for the last 3 laps. Alan Mortimer the winner, Peterborough second, Craig Delphani third. The numbers 16, 18 and 28.
Jason, on the infield, we've got a magnificent small tow truck there, and would you believe it's Heavy Truck Towing, and Heavy Truck Towing is sponsoring us here at Collie Speedway this weekend as well, and they have a small tow truck on the infield. We've also got sponsorship from Collie Towing, and they're looking after one of the heat races, I think tomorrow night, so wonderful weekend here at Collie Speedway, huge amount of support. I won't find our advertisers in the book that I've got my hands on here, because that's Grant Woodham's Speedway Sedan Digest, which will be on sale around the Speedway this weekend.